have played this game before, but it did recently just get a PS5 version. We're going to come ahead
A
and
lot of this
play.
isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
Oh. You played this on the PS4, PS3, I think, and now look at the graphics. Just mental.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Oh shit. I can't remember a fucking thing that happened in this game. No trespassing.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Shit. I
hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. Oh. Can I run out in this game? Nope. Oh. Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. What? So I'm guessing that's us up there, that Edith. Milton, Lewis, Dawn, Gus, Gregory, Sam, Walter, Odin, Eddie. Holy shit. Who's the youngest here then? That's my question. So, 8. Hang on, so it's not Lewis. Let's turn the music down a bit. Hang on. So, Edith's alive. Gregory. Oh, it's Gregory. 1 year old. Oh,
In her will,
shit.
my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Can we go down? There's 2 paths, so I'm guessing we go down. Right?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Oh.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Shit.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
What the fuck is that? A basketball court. Oh shit. Is there a basketball we can play with? Wait. I'll give us seriously no basketball.
The house was exactly like I remembered it. The way I'd been dreaming about it.
Yo! Bro, imagine living in this house. Fuck
As a child,
me.
the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were.
Wow.
I was afraid of the house.
That's a wheelchair bit.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Oh.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
How the fuck am I to get in? Oh, back door, back door, back door. Has to be a back door, right? Surely. Can't get into the garage. Okay. No. Sick.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Love the art style in this. It's so amazing.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Yo.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
The water in that.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
No, but Chinese is fucking well good.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Please let me.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Wait. Milton? Wait, who the fuck's Milton? 1992 till 2003. Oh. Did he open one of these? Calvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Jesus. What about you? Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Is that a bathroom? What the fuck? Did this kid live in the bathroom? Who's this? Sven, Hofstede, Finch, and Edith?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Fucking hell. Oh. Jesus. Who's this? Molly. 1937 till 1947.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Jesus. This is so like... Oh, we got an open door.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Bro, why can't my room be like this?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Nowhere.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Yo.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Who's this room? This Molly?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna
Where's
lead.
Molly? Yeah. Oh, what else we got? What else we got?
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Oh, this is her.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Right, let's see what this does.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary,
Yeah.
I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen.
She knew she
It
was gonna
started
die.
when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
No. Do I have to eat the gerbil food?
The gerbil food was dry,
it's
but
a
I
carrot.
didn't mind it.
Oh, it's a carrot though. Wait, where the fuck's the gerbil?
My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I want my fucking tea, you daft bitch.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Oh. Okay, that's good. That's good.
I kept eating and eating.
No.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh. What the fuck? No, I'm actually
Then I
sick.
heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn
bird.
swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Hello?
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Yo, what?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I've got my cat. Yo, what?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her.
I'm hungry.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
And suddenly, I was an owl.
The
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
fuck? I hardly see shit, the fuck?
Rabbits.
Oh, keep going.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Something bigger, that's much bigger than that. What am I gonna eat? A polar bear?
A mama rabbit.
Where? I got a trophy. Great, I
She
will
was
catch
almost
2
too
rabbits
big
on
to
2
carry.
swoops. Oh shit.
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
I'm a what? Jesus.
I rolled off
Christ.
a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
I want to look at the trophies quickly, because I'm like, so invested in this. Wait, what? Finish all stories, look in all peepholes. Take both paths to the house. Let the drunken sailor finish his song. Clear all bowls off the pool table. Knock all letters of Gregory's name into the bathtub. See Joanne's name in the end credits. Click on story again. Take a picture The rabbit outside owning a special park. Replay a story after completing the game. This seems like quite an easy... Oh, football. Oh, there we go.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Then show me a fucking seal. I have to look for it. I have to look for it. Dun 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 do 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 do. Oh, you point me in the direction. I think it is. Oh, there.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I
grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
what the fuck?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Well, I'm gonna wait for him to stop saying, I might pat him for off on this.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Slid onto the sand. Oh. No. Wait, no, it can't.
I got closer and closer.
ETW, can I still two-foot you or not?
You're on about still 2-foot me.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Was the monster real?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
So confused. What? So she dreamt that she was a monster, but the monster was real? Oh, the window. How does that work?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Dragon kills Finch.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
What?
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
I want to look at all. Oh wait, there's a story here.
Her room was like a museum.
Odin.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune.
Norway?
And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Shit.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
What?
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
What the fuck? Can we open it? Come.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Wait, this is the bathroom that's had the child on it. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Wow. Yo.
You agreed to me two-footing you.
When? I don't remember this. Fort Calvin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Calvin, 1950 to 1961. So he was 11?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, there's a broken foot for you guys with a foot fetish. There you go.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
I was in a damn swing. Nah.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Oh, he's both of them.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
No.
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Well, this kid's gonna
Maybe
do
if I
every
hadn't
little
said that.
kid's dream. No.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
He's gonna go around. He's gonna do it. He's gonna go around. No, man, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Then maybe he'd still be here.
Oh.
But I doubt it.
Come on, come on.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Few mushrooms, come on. You know, tell me that-
That's
the
what I want to
mushrooms.
remember about my
Oh.
brother.
Oh. There we go.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Yo.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh, I can't replay it.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
So, well, this Sam guy.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh. So, wait, so Sam is on here. So how the fuck do we get to Sam's story? Or is that another way? Oh. Wait. Yeah, this is sick.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
We unlocked a way. Yeah, we unlocked a way. Milton. Barbara.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Yeah, the laughter. Wow.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Barb Street. Fucking hell. Yes,
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this
Guest
one.
starring Barbara Finch. Oh, Jack here with another ghastly tale. Oh,
Can I 2-foot you as a joke?
yeah, man. Fuck it. Why not?
America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it the surprise ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
I'll be down when I am free.
Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the...
Are you sure you want me to 2-foot you?
Bro, I've been 2-footed loads, fuck it.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Doesn't hurt to get it one more time, does it? Is that the... This is the Michael Myers music, right?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Hey. This is Tyrese's skills in pool. You can't hit them. Oh, you can't hit them. Yeah, you can. Get off the table. Oh. Okay, that was a safe shot. Did they come out somewhere? No, they don't. Clear the table. Clear all balls off. Oh, you can do it.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Shit. So buzzsaw. I don't like that fridge.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
But my heart's actually racing.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
What are we now going to? Oh, this one.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Oh,
and he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's got...
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
That's how that bit broke.
But she sensed the story might not be over yet.
His body's still there. Nope. Nuh-uh. Nope. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna...
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dear.
Surprise! Bravo, Barbara! You were wonderful! The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
How did she die?
She saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
Oh.
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time.
No, he wasn't.
He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Alright, Joker, chill out. Even has the ear on the back of it.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Wait, so if I go over to the music box, there'll be an ear inside it.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
No way.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Oh. What's it? Oh, they're just staring here.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Does she do it in all of the rooms? Hang on. I've heard that one.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Nothing. What about you, Calvin? Nothing there either. Got into it in Walter's because nothing in there. So we're going downstairs. Wait, who do we still need to do? We need Lewis, Milton, Dawn, Ed, Edith, Sam, Walter, Gregory, and Gus.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Oh, it was you.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank. I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
That's a good TV, that. Mine's playing Fortnite on there, bro. Fucking 4K. We know it's gonna be right, it's fucking, we just opened it. Okay. I see you.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Sven, where's your story at, buddy?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Does Sven have a story? Oh no, he doesn't.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter, 1952 to 2005.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Wait, is it a year? Or is it no 10 odd years, right?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
1976. Drinks,
and then one day, everything just
2005.
Stopped.
24th of March 2005.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
He's always been eating his peaches.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
What the fuck?
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin
Can't go there.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
That's quite a cool effect.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
This don't make sense. There's train tracks here, but why would a train go through a house?
I can already imagine this.
Hang on, so this thing gets run over, right? That don't make sense because why the fuck would there be a train, right, underneath a house? That's not possible. Like,
sun on my face.
Doesn't make sense. How's she
Walter
so
died
good
when
at
I was
drawing?
6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made, trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else.
Maybe 1, maybe 2.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Wait, is she pregnant?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Yeah, she's pregnant. Oh shit.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 left to do.
And when you look at the house, had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Oh, get.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but The pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Oh shit. Lucy.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Wait. Zerpy, Lurpy, Furby, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy Jr., Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Tucker, Coco, Zoe, Bailey, Christopher, Bob, Shadow, Shatsy, Frog.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly, Calvin, Sven, Edie, Walter, Barbara.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
That's sick, that.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh. Oh shit, that's an actual house. Wait, trophy time. There's a rabbit somewhere to take a picture of.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
I be down when I get my next money if you down to chill.
Yeah. Just let me know when, so I don't know if I'll be working or not.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Sam, Gus, Gregory.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sanjay, Kumar, I don't know who the fuck that is. Milton Finch. Wow.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, shit. "22 weeks pregnant and she's climbing this like fucking Spider-Man." You know what? Yeah, that's fucking impressive. Fucking salute you there.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
I'm guessing Sam's the next one up here. Perhaps. I don't know.
They were both pretty intense.
We'll find out. Aha, Sam. US Marines. Classified file.
I am going to meet Terry soon in Accrington.
Yeah, Sam, just fucking let me know, bro.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Don't, she's on here. She is on here.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
Let's do rabbit.
Smile, Dawn.
Where? I can get this platinum today. Like, I'm generally wondering. Like, what's these to eat? Like, this is probably like an easy platinum trophy. Right, let's just search up this. Wildlife for what remains of Edith Finch.
Back with another What Remains of Edith Finch
Let's
achievement
see where
guide. This is for
this
wildlife photographer. This is during the Sam sequence. This is after you've gone outside via the basement, come up, and are now on the top floor of the house. You are in this photography section. You first zoom in the car and take a picture of the girl, and now in this second section, you're supposed to zoom in right here and take this picture, but that would advance the section. So instead, we're looking.
So we're looking like around here.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Rabbit.
Which is going to be on the right side of this area over here.
That's on the right side. Let's turn this brightness up. That can fuck off. Oh my god, wow. This is rabbit out. What time is rabbit?
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
I found a rabbit, shut up.
Zoom in, and down below the sign, once I look down it, is the rabbit.
Is it right below the sign up? You?
Come on already.
Yeah, trophy.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. Let's see.
Down here.
Maybe.
I'm taking a picture of a bird, maybe?
What was it?
Fish?
It could have been...
What are you doing? I don't want to take a picture of it, I don't understand. Right.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Oh, that's sick.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Wow. What a way to go. Jesus Christ.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
That's mad.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
We can't move through there. Okay. There's a person called Kate on it, but we can't. Oh shit, door.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
This is a kid. Oh my god, this is a kid. No. Do I have to do this one? What's this one? Divorce. Hey, yo.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh shit.
Watching over Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Come on. Headset's gonna die. I'm not having the headset die. Headset's on charge. Continue.
What his world was like.
Come on. Motherfucker. Ah. There you go.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Yeah, Gregory.
Whatever it was he saw.
Whoa.
It sure made him happy.
Oh. I'm so confused. Oh. There.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want...
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Boing.
Hey, there's so much I don't understand. About Gregory.
Yo, I'm green.
About everything.
Bro, this fucking kid's a better swimmer than me.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
This family
Good
is
luck, Kay.
fucked up.
Love, Sam.
can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
There's another one right here.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I know bitch be humble, down with bitch be humble. Oh.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, kid. You do you.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
You have 4 left. Upstairs. Never mind, not stairs. Rock climbing.
My
wall.
mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Sounds getting tired, bloody hell.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Sanjay and
She
Dawn.
spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, so Dawn's her mom.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
So can I not like view what she has to say? No, I'm not.
Lewis was born a year later.
Listen.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Please.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Edith, Lewis.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
different? Oh, it is. Wow.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Carbon that.
But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
This is amazing. I'm in, let's see. Wow. Oh, that's sick. Prince. Oh, fucking hell.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Let's see if it's really magic. Yo. Do you hear that? Oh, that's on the controller. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just restarted it by accident. This one took ages to do. Oh shit.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Where's that pen? Oh, fucking knows. How do we get down? Is the same way we come up? Yep.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
I'm still stuck on this bit.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Listen, we go. Oh. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
2010.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room.
A closer look.
Except Lewis.
Peepholes and telescope. Oh shit. Didn't scratch off there. So, how do we get Dawn Edith? How to get Dawn and Edith story. What? What's this video? Let's just keep playing and see what happens. At the same time, I'm wondering. Can I show that on YouTube?
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
No, come on, let's hop on a fucking game, bro. Let's play some foot. I don't know if I can show that or not. Dawn Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Feels like me right now, you know.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Yeah. Talking about Mario.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Yo.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
handsome queen.
Handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for... sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh, shit.
He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
God. And what's greater than a king?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Wait, what's going to happen?
And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
This is my love from this.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
That's me, innit? Finch, yeah.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Before I continue, do you know I've got the PS4 version, but there is no trophy in this one. Wow. That's mad.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown.
No.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
I don't want to bend down my head.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
No, that shit is bad. No, that is bad.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So now what? Now what do I have to do? Because
on the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Is this my room? Question mark, exclamation mark.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh, Let's hear some arguments between Mama and Grandma.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Oh.
That night, the tide went way, way out.
Wait, am I a son now?
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
I'm playing as Edith.
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
That's mad.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things.
Oh.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Oh, she found the house. So this is how Edie died. Yo.
Can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
I hate you, Mom.
After that, we moved around a lot.
Yo, I legit did this today.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Yeah. Hi, what you doing? Let's go wiggle it off.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
So now I'm playing as Edith. Not Edith Dawn, sorry. Nope. Now I'm back to...
She got better for a while. And then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Oh shit.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
This is fucking amazing, I'm not gonna lie.
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh, we're moving forward. Can we move faster?
This journal was supposed to be for you.
We cannot move faster.
But now I hope you'll never see it.
Oh.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Oh, so we're coming out the womb.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Closer to the womb.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh shit. Little Gingy bro, you saying? I don't know what to say about all this, man. Oh. This was written for somebody? Ian Dallas. This was here. The everything and finish all stories. She'll get another trophy soon. I think so anyway. Milton. How many trophy we on so far? We are on 6 out of 12. Well, we're gonna be on. So we're gonna get two trophies in one. First it's this one, then it'll be a replay. Oh, thanks, Johan. Right, let's just replay story. It's Calvin that we want to do. Yep. Replay story after completing the game. That's one.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Just like, let's
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
I am gonna start doing streaming Adobe.
But that day, he finally made up his mind
you guys will
to
be
do
able
it.
to see on the trophy pops.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that. Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. then maybe he'd still be here.
3.
But I doubt it.
2. 1.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
4. 3. 2.
That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
That just glitched out.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Loop-de-loop. Play Calvin's story again.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Alright, cool. Replay story. What do we need to do now? We need to take both us to the house. And then let the drunken sailor finish his song. So let's go ahead and them to tie together. Okay, well, let's go back to Molly, I believe it was.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's going to happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Right, no messing about now, we're going to speedrun this.
And suddenly...
Ready? Let's do this. Go.
I was a cat!
Speedrun.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
We're speedrunning this section as a cat. Leave it. You cheeky fucker, where are you going? Speedrun the ship, running away from me. Geddy and now, you little pussy cat. I'm gonna mess up here.
I jumped and I almost got her. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about, I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Going to bed after this. So I'm freaking tired. The rabbit should be up here somewhere. I do believe anywhere.
Rabbits.
3, 2, 1.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Look at that trophy.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark. I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Here we go, this is seal.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Look around for the blood now, which is...
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
How's this tail? What is actually tail? That's my question. I think it's going to take a few minutes. now. What's the Edith one? Such news, that's the thing of the game. Now, just gotta take the other path, and then play the trophy. Fucking hell, it's loud. Okay, then quick, let's go.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Well, why?
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
You went down that way, you're gonna go straight down the road.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I'm sure for 2 hours, fucking hell.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoofprints.
And then? All done. Unlock all trophies. Well, this has been what remains of the Edith Finch, the full game. Hope you guys did enjoy this. This took 2 hours to do. But hey, this is a short game for a good platinum if you guys want this. So, hope you guys did enjoy. Please like, comment, and if you're going to go back and rewatch it, please do. And I will speak to you all in the next one.